In 1997, Apple was almost finished. The company had only weeks of cash left. Employees feared losing their jobs. Investors had already lost hope. At that time, Apple was not innovative. It was not powerful. It was a struggling company that many people believed would disappear forever. But today, Apple is one of the most valuable companies in history. So how did a company on the edge of bankruptcy become a global technology giant? This is the unbelievable comeback story of Apple. Apple started in 1976 inside a small garage in California. Two young men, Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak, had a dream. They wanted to build computers for normal people, not just big companies. At that time, computers were large, expensive, and complicated. Apple wanted to change that. Their first products, the Apple I and Apple II, became early successes. Investors noticed. The media noticed. And Apple quickly became one of Silicon Valley's rising stars. But as Apple grew, problems started inside the company. Steve Jobs was creative, but also emotional and difficult to work with. Arguments between leaders increased. In 1985, something shocking happened. Steve Jobs was pushed out of the company he helped create. Apple continued without him. But something important was missing. The company slowly lost its identity. During the 1990s, Apple made mistake after mistake. They released too many products. None of them stood out. Customers were confused. Meanwhile, Microsoft Windows took over the world. Cheap computers flooded the market. Apple products were expensive and no longer exciting. Sales dropped. Profits disappeared. Apple was bleeding money. By 1997, Apple was burning cash very fast. The company had only 90 days of money left. That meant bankruptcy was very close. News channels openly said Apple would die. Investors gave up. Even loyal customers started leaving. Apple was at its lowest point in history. At this critical moment, Apple made a bold decision. They brought back Steve Jobs. When Jobs returned, he was shocked. The company was messy. Too many useless products. No clear direction. Jobs acted immediately. He canceled most products, fired teams, and focused Apple on one goal: make beautiful, simple products. Many people doubted him, but Apple finally had a vision again. In 1998, Apple launched the iMac. It looked different. Bright colors, simple design. People loved it. The iMac sold millions of units. For the first time in years, Apple was profitable again. Hope returned, but this was only the beginning. In 2001, Apple introduced another product, the iPod, a small device that could hold thousands of songs in your pocket. It changed how people listened to music. Apple also launched iTunes, making it easy to buy songs legally. Apple was now more than a computer company. It was becoming a lifestyle brand. In 2007, Steve Jobs walked on stage and revealed the iPhone. It was not the first smartphone, but it was the best. Touchscreen, internet, apps, everything in one device. The iPhone changed human behavior. People started living on their phones. Apple's sales exploded. Every year, millions upgraded. Apple became unstoppable. After the iPhone, Apple released another device, the iPad. Many people laughed at it. They called it a big iPhone, but it changed education, business, and entertainment. Schools started using it. Companies used it for presentations. Apple had created a new category again. In 2011, something sad happened. Steve Jobs passed away. The world mourned him. Many people believed Apple would fail without him, but Apple proved them wrong. Tim Cook became CEO. People doubted him. He was quiet. Not a showman like Jobs, but Tim Cook focused on operations, sustainability, and global expansion. Under him, Apple became even bigger. Apple slowly built a services empire: Apple Music, iCloud, App Store, subscriptions. Today, services make billions every year. This gave Apple stable income. Apple did not just sell products, they built an ecosystem: iPhone, MacBook, Apple Watch, AirPods, everything connected perfectly. Once you enter Apple's world, it is very hard to leave. This loyalty made Apple one of the most profitable companies ever. Today, Apple is worth trillions of dollars. It sells millions of devices every year, but its success was never guaranteed. Apple survived because of focus, design, long-term thinking. From a garage startup to near bankruptcy to global domination, Apple's story proves one thing: even a dying company can rise again. This was the story of Apple. Subscribe to Money Mechanics for more company stories and business breakdowns.